Gordon's got the ground game.
Now, the good news, Coach, is that the winds aren't as violent as they were yesterday in Chicago, but it's still pretty darn cold. To be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Los Angeles Rams and the Chicago Bears. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. At a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the...
Where are they?
big, those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Gordon. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on 1st down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Off the play fake. Walsh, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. It's a gain of 7 on the carry, but they'll need to double that here. It's 3rd and 14.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here we go, G. Get off the field.
General West, get it. Come.
Off play action. Walsh. It's complete to Graham. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 32 that time.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Looking to throw. Walsh. Carl Nassib in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
On the set.
53, Mike. Watch the screen. Pass.
Following the penalty, here's Gordon. It's a 1st down and more for Gordon. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 7 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves. Stick it in the end zone on a running play.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
Here we go. 65.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams 1st down.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
11.
First carry for Peyton Barber. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
It's our time. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense.
On 2nd and 15 now. Garoppolo going deep for Hopkins. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. And the offensive starters here for Los Angeles.
So let's all work together on this one because it's natural to just watch the football.
Here we go.
I want all of us to watch the center of this offensive line, the center and the 2 guards. They've got to be able to control the point of attack, and they didn't do such a good job on that last play. Plenty of opportunities to redeem themselves. They'll have to take advantage of that and start to make progress.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Melvin Gordon now, he and the offense, they trot back out there. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock, but barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. On 2nd down, it's Gordon. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the 1st down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. This is taken at the 18. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Rams will go on offense here for the 1st and 10. As the Rams offense comes back out, here is the NFC playoff picture coming into the weekend. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, this team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through, and I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Garoppolo now. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. The 20. A jump touchdown, L.A. David Njoku. His 14th touchdown now on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are tied at 7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. This is Gordon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
It's caught by Funchess. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. They run it here with Gordon, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession. These two teams all tied after 1, as they've got it with a very tough 3rd and 15 forthcoming. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Operating from the gun. Walsh, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Nassib able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Taken in at the 11. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there and handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Sensational he was last week, over 200 yards, and the simple quote that we saw this week was, keep him in front of us. They're going to have to do that.
And when they say that, it means tackling him after the catch. Because once he makes the catch, you may catch it in front. But if you don't tackle him, he's behind you at that point, and that's how he racks up the big yardage.
Hey, gun.
Ringo.
They're going for it. This is Harris. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. Throwing to start the drive. Walsh. Carl Nass. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And, look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he can vault himself right into the #1 spot.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Back to throw. Walsh. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jannard Avery coming in to drop. For a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Second and 9 now from the 21.
Wait. You don't see me in your nightmare. Hey, team 6. I got you. Check line 54. Line 54.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete. There defensively to break that one up, Ken Crawley. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Samson Abuka in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Walsh. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Let's go, let's go.
Well, remember, last year in Week 5, Gano was good from 63 away to beat the Giants on the final play. This not as critical of a kick or as long, but also not as successful.
You're exactly right about that. I was fortunate enough to be on the call for that game, and me and my crew, we got to see him. When they lined up, we thought, that's a long way. We know he's got a big leg, and then he hammered it. Probably would have been good up to about 70 yards. And after the game, the head coach, Ron Rivera, told the media that his special teams coach had told him, hey, he's good up to 65, coach. And each game, that's what the special teams coach does. Evaluates the distance, lets the head coach know.
Yeah, no doubt he's got the leg, but this time couldn't put it through. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
13. Mike 57. I'm coming. Hey, wahoo. 57's Mike.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. It's complete to Hopkins. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 25 yards that time. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Here we go, here we go. Right 20! Watch 54, watch 54. Hey, one set. Check, Mike, 50.
Now on 2nd and 13, Garoppolo. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Rams have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. On first down, Walsh able to get this to Gordon. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Walsh. The pass complete to Ryan Graham. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
Ready? 60 yards. 80 weapons. Let's see what you got. Hit it.
Throwing on first down. Walsh. And that is incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Back to throw. Walsh. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Devin Funchess. As the first half is winding down, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. No. Guaranteed the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start off.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ken Crawley. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Well, they start the second half with a carry by McCoy. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Going deep for Hopkins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch a ball.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jannard Avery picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. To throw on 3rd down. Walsh. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. And the Rams now coming out on the field. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, Keith.
11.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Grant. A gain there of 21 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Here we go. 80.
54 Mike. Too little,
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Here we go.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 down at the 31. Out of the shotgun, it's McCoy. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Go. Mike, 54.
Throwing on 2nd down. Garoppolo. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo as his guys are able to regain the lead.
And that 3rd counter there gives them the lead, and it's obvious they've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns, that's impressive, but without them, they're not winning this game.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead is now 21-14. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Operating from the gun. Walsh. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This all. Offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Funchess has it complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down with nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jannard Avery. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Taking it about the 16. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
12. 21. Hey, orbit. Check Mike, 54. Hey, gun. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo.
Come on.
And this one's incomplete.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was trying to get it to LaShawn McCoy. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And now it's 3rd down.
11. Mike, 54. Let's go, D. 54's Mike. Check. Watch, man.
And the blitz does come. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down L.A.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Come on, come on. Mike 5-4, Mike 5.
Garoppolo on 1st down. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A very solid gain of 27. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Here we go.
Garoppolo now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10.
White.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Let's go, D.
Now a draw play. This is McCoy. So he got 3 at 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else.
Here we go. 180.
Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the 4th quarter. The Rams on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Mike 5-4.
I got you.
54. Let's go, D.
Now Garoppolo. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
To throw is Garoppolo. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Touchdown pass number 4 of the afternoon for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
First and goal, forget running the football, forget establishing anything. Just put it in the end zone with the pass for a touchdown.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's the definition of catching the defense off guard there. They weren't expecting that.
And that totally goes against type, doesn't it? When you think first and goal from the 1, you're thinking running play.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
Looking to throw on second down. Walsh. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jannard Avery. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. On third down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting. And
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jannard Avery. And my goodness, that means this next drive will begin 4 yards from the end zone already. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra you know, that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
They'll try and run it with McCoy. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. LaShawn McCoy, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
Could not block that one any better. Everyone was accounted for, and a great surge by the offensive line.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score it. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down,
Caused all of that.
it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out. And
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. The Bears on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Looking to throw. Walsh under pressure again, and down he goes again. Joey Bosa in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year.
well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. A big boot that time. 57 yards, the official distance. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on 1st down. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. On 1st and 10, Walsh gets it to Meredith, complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for Chicago. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Walsh. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Looking to throw. Walsh sets up the screen to Gordon. And give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On 3rd down, Gordon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
On 1st down, Walsh. And Thomas has it. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw. Walsh.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Joey Bosa, and it'll be a turnover on on downs. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down of this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they've made some good adjustments, so he's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the
under pressure, and they got to him again. Jannard Avery in there for the 7th time in this game alone, and that ties him with a late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with a football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw on second down. Walsh. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. That's complete to Meredith. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Throwing on first down. Walsh. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jannard Avery in there yet again. They just cannot block him. He now has 8 sacks, and that is a new single-game record. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. From the gun, Walsh. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's fourth down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jannard Avery. And it's becoming increasingly clear now that the Rams are going to win this football game. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for him.
Under pressure, they got him again. Jannard Avery leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Here's Tressway now. He's been terrific so far. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And they'll get to this and down it inside the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line.
Here we go, set, 18 Gator.
Mike, hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Secret.
On first and 10. Rumbling past the 30 and all the way up to the 33-yard line. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Single. 25, check 25, check 25.
Throwing again. Walsh. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. And it'll bring up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark,